So today I'm going to show you guys how to make a sex mojo. And there's a lot of stuff we're going to add into this bag. I'm going to show you guys all the herbs. We're going to need 9 herbs. We're going to need a few oils. You're going to need a penis candle. If you're a woman, and if you're a man making this bag, the vagina candle. You're going to need a raccoon baculum. You're going to need a cowrie shell. You're going to need also a mojo bag. And you can use red or pink. And you're going to need a picture of you and the guy that you're going to put into the mojo. You're going to need something personal. So if you can get some hair, fingernails, or even like a piece of clothing that belongs to him, it's going to make the sex mojo even better. And you're going to need some string as well, because you're going to tie things together. Okay, so before I continue to show you this, I just want to say a few things really quickly before I start anything, because I've been getting a lot of emails, and I respond to a lot of emails. A lot of you that do message me on YouTube, when you make a comment under someone else's comment, it's hard for me to find it. It'll pop up in my email, but then when I go to my recent comments to pop up, it'll be like under like 300-400 comments. So you guys have to like just add it as a new comment, because I try to respond to everyone, and then sometimes when I'm looking for the messages, it disappears. So I'm not avoiding anyone's comments. It's just sometimes it's hard for me to find it if you go under a thread already, and then I have to answer it. I have to look for it. It takes me a while to run through everything, to look through all the comments to find it. Sometimes I don't find it because there's too many comments, but for some of you that have asked me some questions, and have seen it and I didn't get to answer it, as far as, because this is like a huge topic everyone's been asking, as far as using an ammonia jar for love, I do not recommend it, and this is the reasons why. Okay, so if you put John Doe and Jane, and you put they are not together, so Jane breaks up with John Doe, whatever the reason is, they break up. Okay, so now they're broken apart, or they just separated for the moment. The ammonia jar is not going to keep them separated. An ammonia jar is not going to make her come to you or him go to you. Ammonia jar does not create reconciliation. So if you're breaking them apart, you feel like placing them in an ammonia jar to clear away the situation, to reverse things, it's not going to heal and reconciliate. It's not a love agent. It cannot do anything as far as love. So this is the reasons I do not recommend it. So if they are separated for the time being, and you put them in an ammonia jar, now she's not with him, but she's definitely not coming to you. And if you guys have broken up, it was a really bad breakup, you need to consider all your options. If she's with the new man, I recommend you getting a reading done to see what's going to happen between them. Because if you go ahead and you break them up and you don't know what's going to happen, and then you break them up and then she gets back with him, then there's going to be a problem. And you have to use certain spells for certain people. Some spells just won't work well. Some spells work best. Now you can separate them, or you can, go ahead with a full breakup jar. Now it all depends on the situation. If she has left you to be with this man, and you got a reading done, and you see that she's happy with him, and you still move along, and you continue to break them up, and there's no way possible that she wants to be with you, an ammonia jar is not going to fix that. And reconciliation is not going to fix that, because her heart is somewhere else. Now, if you broke up, there's love still there, and you want to reconciliate, you can do that. You can heal. But you guys have to understand, with love work, I do not recommend an ammonia jar. And with love work in general, if you guys are really, not communicating, I recommend you get a healing candle for love, for your heart. I recommend you using some violet leaves, some balm of Gilead's as well, to help heal the heart, and also to fix, past emotions that are still lingering. And sometimes you want to move forward, but you're constantly moving backwards. It's best to use certain herbs to help you with this, especially when you're dealing with magic. And when you have someone in your life, they break up with you and they're with someone else, if you go ahead and bring them back and use a come to me spell, she's coming back with that man. Okay, you didn't get rid of him, he's coming back, or she's coming back with her boyfriends. You have to really understand that. If you guys have no communication at all, a come to me spell is not gonna suffice. A reconciliation spell would be better. But you're reconciliating a love between you and a man that already has a woman. So you get where I'm going with this. So there's certain steps you have to take. Do not let anyone tell you differently that they can help you bring a man back that has a woman, that is married, okay? If he went ahead, broke up with you, got married, has a family and children, there's certain things you have to reconsider. And this is why I always recommend a reading, because I am not going to go and do any work for you to get this man back because your heart feels a certain way, because in the long run, you are going to hurt yourself. He is married. He is with someone else. He moved on from the relationship already. Now, if there was a point between you both where there was a lingering, situation where you're communicating with him and, you guys still have love for each other, you're emailing and texting each other, then I would tell you, yes, sure, try to reconciliate, especially after having a reading. Because if you don't know certain things and you move ahead and you go and let someone do a spell for you, now you're bringing back a man that doesn't want to be involved. So there's certain things you have to know, and it may hurt you to know it, but it's best that you know it before you do it. Because a lot of times I see, new clients come to me telling me they've been trying to bring back a boyfriend that has moved on. He has created a family and, he doesn't communicate with her, but yet someone's been trying to bring this man back. There's no reason to bring this man back. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I'm going to be as honest as possible as I've always been. And I'm going to tell you to leave that man alone because he's moved on already. Okay? He has moved past this relationship, so there's nothing to reconciliate. And a lot of you guys, you want to be with a woman. She's gone ahead. She's had 3 kids with her new husband. They moved to another state. There's no possible chance of reconciliating that. Do not try to bring her back to you. Do not try to heal that relationship. She has moved on already. It's going to be very hard for you to get someone back into your life if they have moved on. I'm being honest with you guys. So don't let anyone tell you, you know what, I'll bring him back. Sometimes it's best not to break these people up. They're happy. They're in love. It's best to cleanse yourself. It's best to take a black walnut and cut and clear the relationship. And, get some lemon leaves and take a bath and just remove that altogether, because it just won't work. Okay. And like a lot of times I try to tell you guys how to do certain things, and, a lot of you are wanting to get a man to be obsessed with you. I'll give you a situation. If I am dealing with a man, be it 10 years I'm with this man, we broke up and things got real heavy and it was a bad breakup. There's no way that you're going to try to get this man to be obsessed with you. Okay, this man is pissed off at you. He possibly hates your guts. You hate him, but you just want him back because he's been around so long. But the relationship has been bad. I would never recommend you guys to do any kind of obsession spell. And the obsession spells, I work them according to my clients, according to what the reading says, according to what's going on. And you want to continue with certain spells, and then with the obsession spells, you want to bring him in, and then you want to tie him in. Okay, so if you're going to start an obsession spell, you got to bring him into where you want him. You do not want a full stalker. Okay, a lot of my clients come to me with a stalker already. And it's hard for us to push him away. It's so much different work we have to do. And you guys have to understand, okay? Magic does not work overnight, okay? I have no spells at all that will work in 24 hours, okay? If someone has told you they can bring him back in 24 hours, then you go to them. But that's not something I'm doing. When I work my magic, I'm working it to get the best results so we can get this stuff to stick. Okay, so for those of you emailing me after a spell has been done, or even after I have lit one candle for you, is he coming back already? I cannot tell you that. I honestly cannot tell you that. When I do work for you guys, when I do services for you guys have to understand, you have to give it time to work. You have to. Messaging me every day is not going to change anything, because I'm going to tell you the same thing. Listen, I just did the work for you 7 days ago. You have to wait. You have to continue. If you're doing a honey jar, continue sweetening him. Okay, like I told you, you don't have to use honey. You can use syrup if you want to. Okay, you can use sugar, which is even better, but I believe that honey creates a long-lasting result. Now, I have another spell that I would like to share with you guys that, where I use a different type of sweetener. And, it may actually work better for most of you guys. And you guys may probably like this than, using the honey. But back to what I'm saying. You guys have to give this work time to manifest because you're not giving it time to process at all. If you got one candle lit by me, you have to understand you're gonna possibly need another one. That's why I have my light service. You can have a light lit every week to create that energy, to keep that light, to guide you between, it could be for a relationship, it could be for money, it could be for work, and anything. You know, the possibilities are endless when it comes to my lights. I can create almost any type of light that you need. I have hundreds of herbs, so many herbs you guys won't even understand. So I can create anything, and I can make almost any oil that you guys need. So whatever you need customized for your lights, I can have that done. You know, so if you're having certain problems, you know, working your own spells, and you need a little bit more energy, I can help you with that. That's why I have my light service. So you have to understand that, you know, if you go home and you just light one candlestick, that can't do anything. And I've been getting a lot of emails, and you guys have to understand, if you send me a picture of wax that's already been melted and ask me what do you think about this? I don't know what to think about that. I don't even know what you was doing. I don't even know what you put on that. And you show it to me on a plate and you expect me to read it. I'm not going to read it. I'm not going to read it. You have to show me a before, a picture before, after, and then one during, of course. And I need to know what kind of candle it is, what type of oil you have. You guys flood me with so many emails, and then you don't explain yourself. And, you know, I still reply, and I ask you but what was it? And a lot of you don't even know what you did. A lot of you, honestly, you know, don't know. And, you know, one thing I want to go back to the ammonia jar as well. When you're dealing with an ammonia jar, understand that it does not work for everything, okay? If you have a court case and you have like a ticket for court, yes, use it, okay? If you have a money situation and you need a little bit of help clearing things up, yes, use it, okay? If you have a situation at work and, you know, you got yourself into some problems with the boss and you just need something to clear this up really well, I recommend you using the ammonia jar, but I recommend you using other things as well. I honestly do. Do not just think that ammonia jar is going to clear everything up. Now, if you have a situation with your car insurance and your car payments, yes, use it. Now, what I've realized, a lot of people are thinking that they can use ammonia jars for everything. No, I've been working with ammonia jars for many, many, many years, and I've seen many different types of situations. And a lot of times I have seen ammonia jars clear something up more than it reverses it. One of my clients needed some help. She needed me to do an ammonia jar for her, even though I explained to her how to do it. So I told her, I said, okay, well, I'll do it for you. I explained to her what the outcome would be and all the possibilities. So we talked about it. She decided she needed it done. Okay, within about 6 weeks' time, I did the petition for her, and her petition stated, you know, my car insurance is too high. I cannot afford my car note, and what else did I write? And I think I wrote, I'm unhappy with my car. Within 6 weeks' time, she called me back. She told me that the bank called her, and they told her that they needed the car back. So now they needed the car back, the same car she was unhappy with, so that was gone. Now she has no insurance. Okay, that was too high. So on top of not having a high insurance, now she has no insurance to pay. And on top of her car note being too high, now she has no car note to pay. This completely cleared everything up. It didn't reverse it. She didn't get less car payments, less car note, and she wasn't then happy with the car. Now everything was gone. So you guys have to look at it that way too. So I know that you guys have told me you've seen other videos with ammonia jars. I didn't watch them. I don't care to watch them. I know what I know, so I'm trying to show you guys what's the best way. But the best way to deal with an ammonia jar is to be as exact and precise as possible. You write down the situation as exactly as it is now. So today, if your sheets are red, you will write down my sheet is red, okay? My curtains are blue, okay? And the sky is yellow. Exactly as it is. You write that down, okay? And as I have told you, okay? I have 4 emails yesterday asking me, should they bury the ammonia jar in a pot? Why would you bury it in a pot? I told you guys what I do with the potted plants. If you don't have any land in the front or the back of you, when you do love work, you bury it to keep it close. Okay, you're burying it on your property. Love work, money work. Okay, graveyard work is different. Okay, and to all you internet trolls coming on my page telling me how to do things, make your own page. Okay. And let other people go follow the bullshit that you're selling. I'm not buying it. Okay? There's no way that you can create so much energy, okay, and then throw that shit in the garbage. Okay? And not everything goes to the crossroads. Not everything goes to the graveyard. Okay? Because if I break two people apart, I'm not gonna go and ask the spirits to assist me to hold these two people down. I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna do that at all. Okay? So there's certain ways you dispose of stuff. And if you don't like my channel and you don't like what I say, bye. Don't come back. I don't need that type of negative energy. I don't need any haters. I don't need the envy. I'm doing what I do, and this is what I want to do. And if you don't like it, that is all on you. So for those of you that are watching videos that are telling you to do certain things, you cannot do it that way. It just won't work. Do not put your ammonia jars in there. Take your ammonia jar and put that shit in the river. If you cannot get it into a river, then you're gonna put it inside of at the crossroads. Okay, far away from your house. You want to move this away. You want this. You want the energy of whatever you're trying to reverse to continue staying away. Okay, and this is the last time that I'm gonna mention this, because I'm trying to put productive videos out, and there's always somebody just a blood sucking vampire that want to come and suck the energy out of you, and just they don't want you to succeed. And this is not only about me. This is about everybody that's around you. There's a lot of people, they don't want you to succeed, so they're gonna stop you from doing anything possible that they can. Okay? So if it seems like I have gave off attitude and my words have come alive, then that's meant for you to hear it. But other than that, I don't. That's not the type of person that I am. A lot of you speak to me on the phone. You speak to me email, text. We talk all the time. You know what type of person I am. You automatically pick up on what type of person you're dealing with. I don't have time to sell bullshit. YouTube is not paying me, okay? So understand that, okay? My videos, like I said, I made my videos for my clients because a lot of them, they didn't know how to do things. And I said, you know what? Instead of me videoing it on my phone and my camera, I'll just put it on the internet and you guys can watch it. And it turned out to be something bigger than I expected. But it was never to come on here and tell people no bullshit. No, I don't got time for that. I work a full-time job. And whatever time I got in between to make a video, I do it. And plus I have to service my clients and speak to them on a daily basis and do my services, ship out my orders. I'm busy. I'm very, very busy. But I make time for everything. I make time for everyone. I make time for my family as well. So for those of you that really honestly feel like, you know more than me, by all means, make your own damn channel. And that's the end of that. I don't need no trolls running under the bridge and trying to come on my channel and tell me what to do. I really don't. Because I want people to learn. I want people to understand how to do certain things, okay? So we got that done on the ammonia jar. We talked about the love a little bit. We talked about the obsession a little bit. And for those of you ladies, when your man is a real serious obsessive cheater, he's not going to change. There's nothing that no one could do to change him. So you're going to have to think about bringing back him as a cheater. He's probably just going to be a little sly with it. He's going to do it behind your back. He's not going to do it as much, but it's still going to be done. He just can't help it. Some men will never be able to change. You can't. There's nothing you can do to change it. Okay? You have to understand that. And I know a lot of you women, you contact me. We speak about what's the best way to go about using menstrual blood. Stop feeding menstrual blood to your kids, okay? Stop feeding menstrual blood to your friends, to your parents. Listen, I have a menstrual blood. It's called blood stew, okay? It's like a stew, of course, that you create, and you wash the dishes with it for him, his pots, his spoons. You put it into the beans. So, a long time ago, me and my girlfriends, we would call it blood gumbo. Because, you mix this up just for him. No one touches this. No one touches his plates, his forks, his spoons. This is all for him. Okay? And you add a little bit into his food every single day. Every single day. Just a little bit, a little bit, a little bit. Until you have this man where you want him. When you feed a man your menstrual blood, this man becomes so enticed with you. He becomes drawn into you. And a lot of men will not leave their women. They will not. They stay. They stay into that relationship. You start molding them into what you want them to be. Okay? So just be very careful what you guys are doing when it comes to feeding your men menstrual blood. I'm considering making a video. I mean, a lot of you, if you wanted want it done and stuff, we could just talk about it. You know, I might not even do a video because I don't really want to do a video on that, but I just wanted to touch that topic really quickly. How do you bind your kids? I do not recommend binding kids. The most that you're going to see me do to a child is place them into a jar, borage flowers. I'm going to use bloodroot. I'm going to use pennyroyal. I'm going to use some herbs to create a nice loving environment for them. I'm going to add some roses in there. You know, just a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I'm not going to add too much into there. They're kids. I don't feel like kids need to be tied into magic. I do feel sometimes kids need to be cleansed, and I do feel they always need to be protected, but I don't do anything else when it comes to kids. I don't want to go that far. I'll, you know, sometimes, you know, as an older child, if you have an older child, then I'll create a crown of success candle for you to help them in school, and, you know, to accomplish better goals. But you guys have to understand, if the kids are not in a great environment, how do you expect them to act? When you can create a better home environment for them so they can succeed, then you're going to start seeing goals. You are. So it starts with the parents first. You can create a candle. You can use a blue candle, and you can create a peaceful environment. I have a house of peace oil that I use, and that goes on the blue candles, and it creates a really warm feeling in the home for the kids. It will stop the fighting. And, you know, I know sometimes kids get a little disrespectful, you know, teenagers especially, but bloodroot is wonderful for that. That's another herb I'm going to discuss in one of my videos. I'm going to talk about it right now. And also, you guys wanted to know controlling versus dominating, okay? Okay, so really quick, because I'm going to start this. Okay, so if you want to dominate your man, right, I suggest you to find out the difference first between the controlling and the domination before you start going all into it. Now, when I create any type of domination spells or services that I have for my clients, I'm going at it a totally different view than a normal person would honestly go with. Because when you walk into a room, if I have done some domination for you, when you walk into a room, I want you to feel, I want others not to fear you at all. That's not what the type of domination I want you to have when you walk into a room. I want others to create a sense of trust over you. Okay? A naturally domineering person, they're going to walk in a room, everyone's going to fall in love with them. Okay? You're dominating with love. You're dominating with smiles. You're dominating with touch. Okay? So, when you walk into that room, you're creating a room of energy. People trust you, you know, and you are dominating that room. People are passively falling all over you. They're talking about how good of a person you is, you know, and you're creating such good friendships with these people. So they're automatically gonna trust you. So that right now, if you a work environment, you want to dominate the office, but you want to dominate it in a good way. Because there's a lot of dominating people, and then they're evil, and then you have some dominating people that are loving, and then you have some dominating people that are weak. Okay? So if you create some domination for yourself, you cannot be a weak person. It's not for you. It's too much strength and energy for you to carry out. Just like a person that's controlling. There's a lot of people that's controlling 100% by birth. They're just controlling as a child. You know, a teenager, they're controlling. This is in them. You can never take that from them. It's going to be hard for you to try to control them. So if you're trying to use a skull to control them, to work them, it's hard. You're not going to be able to do it. Not at all. Okay? And like a person that's weak. You can't, there's no way you could put some, they'll be more scared of you, if anything, if you try to control them. You need someone neutral. You need someone that's not, you know, they're in between. They're not black, they're not white. They're just right in between. That's someone that you're going to be easily able to manipulate, to control. Okay? You want someone that you can not walk over, but basically puppeteer with. You know, make them do certain things for you, you know, little by little. Don't go in too hard, because when you go in too hard with controlling spells on your boyfriends and your girlfriend, they start to feel it. They sense something is going on, and the first thing they'll probably say is, damn, you got me acting like you put a spell on me. That's how you know. Like, it's just like their spiritual guide is working with them to let them know something is going on. Control them little by little. You're going to control certain things they do, where they're going, who they're hanging out with, their friends, how long they're spending on the phone. Small things. Small things that eventually you have so much control over that you can do whatever you want with them, around them. You're controlling their surroundings and their situations. That's a good way to go at it. Little by little. Okay? Now, when you're dominating and you're domineering, you're going to have more control overall. When people see you and you walk into a room, they just sense something about you. You don't want them to be scared of you at all. Okay? And dominating people are not supposed to show their fears. Okay? You're not supposed to do that. Do not ever show that you're fearful. Okay? And if you're dominating and you have your way at work, everyone loves you, you can get people to do whatever you want. You can maneuver them to the left, maneuver them to the right. When somebody new comes into the office and you don't like that person, you just have a feeling about them. You could be in a room sitting with all your coworkers and all you got to say is, I don't really even like her. And watch everybody be on your back. Everybody is going to be on your side. Okay? They will do the investigating for you. They will figure out what happened, why she doesn't like you. And you have just turned the whole office on this one bitch. And that's what you want. You want to be able to control them just minimally, to the point where when you say something, you got it. They going with you. They love you. You bring in breakfast in the morning. You bring in donuts and coffee. They love you. Office parties, everyone gets a gift. You're the Oprah to the job. They love you. That's the domineering that you want. That's the type of domineering person you want to have. You know, you don't want to be domineering and make people scared of you when you walk in a room. That, you know, people don't even want to work around you. They don't want to eat in the same. No, that's not what no, you don't want that. People like that have their own issues. Okay, I know a lot of my clients, they don't like working around certain people, and they feel like this person is doing so much to get rid of them, to, cutting their hours. You don't want to be around people like that. People like that have their own issues, and those are things you need to look into as well, keeping certain people like that away from you. And when you have dominated the office, when you have dominated the home, you've dominated your environment, now anyone that decides to cross you, do not let anyone see you. Do not let anyone see you. This is my advice. Do not let anyone see you, approaching this person or starting any type of trouble. Nah. You pull this person to the side. You speak calmly to them. Nice. Not in a demeaning manner, but just, nice. But you're placing just enough fear into their hearts with your kind words that they have no idea what to do. When they see you now, they're not going to look at you. They're gonna listen. They're going to make sure they do not cross paths with you. You're going to be calm. You're going to be collective with your thoughts and what you say and what you do. And let me tell you something. They're gonna leave you alone. They are. When you have confrontations with people at the supermarket, at the stores, the cashier, you think about it really well. You look at her in the eye. When you want to get your point across, you don't have to curse. You don't have to do anything. Okay? You look at her in the eye. You say whatever it is that you need to say to her. And then do something crazy. Don't put your hands on her, no. Do something real crazy. And just, go into your purse or your pocket and take out your iPhone and just take a picture of her. And just walk away. And just leave her with that. Leave her to fuck up her own head. Excuse me for saying that. I know a lot of you don't, think that I curse, but I do sometimes. And plus, I just really felt like that was the right word to use. But you want to leave her to believe every single day that you're messing with her, that you are going to cross her, put some voodoo on her, hex her. You want her to run around town uncrossing and cleansing herself so much that she basically drives herself mad. That's what you have to do to some people. And mind you, you didn't do nothing to her. All you did was take a picture of her. That's all you did. Okay, she's going to lose sleep. She's going to be confused. She's not going to be able to smile. She's not going to be able to happy. And this alone will let you know when you mess with people, you have no idea what they do or what they're going to do to you and what they're capable of. So, it's best some of you people to just, keep your thoughts to yourself and, don't comment on certain things to people. Don't get involved in things that don't involve you. If you have a comment and you really want to share it, that's fine. And this is everyday life. Sometimes, you just have to leave certain people alone. You honestly have to. You have to learn how to create that thick skin that I've been talking to you guys about for a long time, and just say, you know what, I'm gonna just leave that alone. You know, she's gonna be all messed up. She really is, because she don't know what you're doing with that. She has no idea what's gonna happen to her life, and guess what? She's gonna mess up her own life. She honestly is, because I realize a lot of people, they just want to say anything they want to say to you. They want to just get real disrespectful and rude to you. And sometimes you're not that type of person. You're not built for that. You're not used to confrontation. So when somebody says something to you, or just gets, you know, out of line, you think about it. Sometimes you have your kids with you, other people are around, and you're like, am I gonna let you just disrespect me? I know sometimes you want to choke them, but just, you know, control yourself. Control yourself. That's the best thing to do. You know, leave her at that. That's the best thing, you know, for you to do. You know, when kids are in school, they know what teachers to mess with, because some teachers, they come in with that full dominating attitude. You know, you couldn't disrespect the principal, but you knew that you could disrespect the substitute. You knew when the substitute came to school, you could disrespect her all day, do what you want to do, and when your teacher came, you had to straighten your ass back up. These are people that naturally have that around them. Okay, they're not controlling the whole class. No, they don't. Who has time to control 30, 40 kids? They're not doing that. They naturally have that domineering, you know, spirit into them, and they can control a whole classroom. Now, the weak-minded teachers, those ones, they try to have that control. It's just not in them. They can't do it. It's hard to control certain people and certain situations. You know, it's really, really hard to do it. So, you know, if depending on how much of this situation you can have under your control, that's what you're going to control. Some things you're just not going to be able to control at all. Okay, with the control, you're going to control how they speak. You're going to control how they feel about certain things. Okay, you have to. You have to understand that if you're going to have to choose. Okay, do I want to dominate a whole room? Do I want everyone to feel the presence of me when I come into a room? Or do I want to control each person individually, which is going to be harder? You can control your boyfriend and your girlfriend. They live with you, and you have to know what type of person they are. Mentally, physically, you have to know their strengths and their weaknesses. A whole office, you have to create that within yourself. You have to be built for certain things, because some people are not going to let you just come in and think that you're going to do this. So the best way to go in is to create a loving type of domineering. You know, everyone is on your side. Everyone loves you. You can't do wrong. You know how some people at your office, everyone loves them, no matter what, and you probably hate their guts. And the minute that you come out of your mouth and say anything to them, you got 50, 60 co-workers on your ass. So think about that. Think about that when when you're doing certain things. So you want people to respect you. You want them to trust you. You know, people that you know are in the office, they'll start coming and telling you the deepest, sincere thoughts. You're building individual trust with them all. Once you have built individual trust with them all, now you can maneuver and manipulate each person with your dominating attitude. Okay? You can. I mean, you want to keep things smooth. You want to keep things flowing the way they are. But you can manipulate each person, because they've trusted you with secrets that they know, you know, after them telling you for 3-4 years, they know you're not going to tell anyone. So now it's like, okay, I trust her. She'll never say nothing about me. He'll never say nothing. You know, you keep that. You keep those type of friendships. You keep those type of people around you. You know, office parties, they love you. They can't wait for you to come, for things to start. You know, that's the type of relationship you wanna keep with people, and you want to create. You don't want to be dominating and angry and evil when you walk in. People hate you. Oh my God, the bitch is here. I just sense her, and you don't want that. So think about when you want certain spells created, you know, what you want them for and how you're going to use them. Okay? So I think I discussed everything. And for those of you that just had reversing and uncrossing spells done, they don't work in 2 days. You're not going to feel them in 5 days. You have to continue to reverse. You have to continue to take a bath. You have to continue to use your candles. You have to continue using these stuff. You have to protect yourself. Okay, if you don't protect yourself, and if you know who the person is, and you have not gotten rid of them the way that is suggested for you to do, then you're going to continue having this person throw shit at you. Okay, you have to create blockage so that anything they throw at you, it reflects back and hits them. You have to do that. That's why I told you guys about the reversing freezer jar. That's why I told you about the mirror box as well. And if I have time, I'm possibly going to try to do that as well and show you guys how to do it. But you can't think or blame anyone for you not feeling that. You honestly can't. You know, and you know, too many of you start with reversing candle 1. And automatically you're like, I haven't felt nothing yet. Then you don't know nothing about magic. You have to give magic time. Okay? Everything has its course, and if you don't let it take its time, then you're gonna worry yourself. You honestly are. You're gonna worry everyone. You're gonna worry yourself. You're gonna be going all over the place trying to get things done. I mean, you should just wait. For those of you that your root workers or spellcasters, whatever they call themselves, have made themselves unavailable to you, there's certain things I'm not going to be able to answer for you because I don't know what they did for you. I don't know what spell they created. And if they left you with instructions to do certain things and now they have moved out of town, become unavailable, they give you no number to contact them, no email address. I answer your questions as much as I can, but honestly, I cannot really help you when it comes to other people's work because I don't know what they told you to do. And I make myself available to all of my clients as much as I can. I answer within the same day, sometimes a few days. And for those of you that have my phone number, we set up times where we can chat and talk. But anything outside of that, like if you're dealing with somebody else and you really can't contact them, I don't know what to tell you guys. And I try to explain to you to try to contact them, and you say they moved out of state, you don't know what to do, and that's not something that I do. That's not something I do. A lot of my clients, I meet up with them if they're local in my area, so I communicate with everyone as much as possible. So if you are one of my clients, then you don't have to worry about that. I know I said a lot, possibly more than I actually thought that I wanted to say, probably because I haven't made a video in a while, and I've been getting a lot of questions, but this is just the truth about magic. This is just my truth and how I feel about things, and I'm probably gonna make the next video. You're gonna see my mojo because my battery's probably gonna die, so I'm gonna make another video after this one, and I'll probably load everything together so you guys can hear this and just listen to me ranting a bit about certain things and what needs to be done and how you need to do it as well. So I'll see you guys in my next video.